You woke up with that weight, can't name it, but it is there, back of your neck, your chest. You looked over and thought, is my family safe? And the answer took too long to come. This isn't paranoia. It's delayed discernment. Because while you were sleeping last night, someone spoke your name, with anger, with envy, with intention. And those words don't evaporate. They look for an address. What nobody told you is that January 2026 opened portals that were locked for years. People you forgot didn't forget you. Old pacts became new collections. And your house became a priority target. Not because you were bad, but because you regrowing. And growth generates fury in the invisible. Now pay attention. Saint Michael the Archangel is not a shelf saint, not a decoration piece. He is the prince of the heavenly host, the only one who threw Lucifer out of heaven. And when you summon him with authority, not with fear, but with raw faith, he descends with his sword, unsheathed. This prayer you're about to say is not a request. It's a decree. You are not going to beg for protection. You are going to shield the territory. Every room in your house, every family member, every project the enemy tried to abort. And there's a moment in the middle of this prayer, you'll feel it, when the air changes, the spiritual temperature shifts. It's the instant when the siege is broken. Whoever set the ambush will stumble into it before midnight. Whoever sent evil back to your door will receive double what they sent, because St. Michael doesn't negotiate, he executes. Now I need you to do something. Finish this prayer out loud. Doesn't matter if people are nearby, doesn't matter if it seems strange, because the other side already knows you were praying. The difference is, this time you won to pray with fear. You'll pray as a child of God who takes back what is yours. And when you are done, come to the comments and write, "Evil has no authority over my house." This isn't a motivational phrase, it's prophetic sealing. Those who had the courage to get this far won. Back down now. If this hit different, if you felt something shift while reading this, you're in the right place. There are people who need to hear this tomorrow morning. They'd be scrolling right now, looking for a sign. You staying here means they find it. St. Michael has descended, and he is not going back alone. Complete prayer to St. Michael the Archangel today. Prayer to St. Michael the Archangel, dawn. Leave your family without protection. 777, Ephatha glorious. St. Michael the Archangel, mighty prince of the heavenly hosts. Today, I come before your powerful presence with a heart full of faith and a soul thirsting for your divine protection. You who stand at the right hand of God, defender of the church and guardian of all who call upon your name with sincere devotion, I humbly ask you to turn your merciful gaze upon me and my beloved family. In this sacred moment, I recognize your extraordinary power as God's warrior, the one who cast down Lucifer and his rebel angels into the abyss. Your flaming sword of divine justice has protected countless souls throughout the ages. And today, I place myself under your celestial shield, trusting completely in your intercession before the throne of the Almighty. Saint Michael, powerful archangel, you who know the battles we face daily against the forces of darkness, hear the cry of my heart. My family needs your protection now more than ever. The world grows darker with each passing day. Dangers lurk in every corner, and the enemy seeks to destroy what is most precious to us. I come to you not with my own strength, for I recognize my weakness and vulnerability. I come clothed in faith, carrying the weight of my worries, my fears, and my desperate need for a protector who never sleeps, who never abandons those who seek refuge in his mighty wings. You are that protector, Saint Michael, and today I knock at the door of your mercy, with complete confidence in your power to shield us from all harm. Saint Michael the Archangel, your name itself proclaims your divine mission, for Michael means who is like God. This question echoes through eternity as your battle cry against all pride and rebellion. When Lucifer dared to challenge the Almighty with his arrogant refusal to serve, you rose in righteous fury, proclaiming through your very existence that none can compare to God's majesty. Sacred scripture reveals your glorious victories and your unceasing vigilance over God's people. In the book of Daniel, you are called the great prince who protects the children of God. In the book of Revelation, we witness your cosmic battle against the dragon and his angels, casting them down from heaven with the power of divine justice. You stand as the eternal guardian who fights battles we cannot even see. Throughout the centuries, countless faithful souls have experienced your miraculous intervention. Mothers have called upon your name when their children faced mortal danger, and you answered. Families on the brink of destruction have invoked your protection, and you restored peace to their homes. Your power is not a relic of ancient times, but a living reality that continues to manifest in our modern world. You are the commander of the 9 choirs of angels, leading legions of celestial warriors in the ongoing battle between light and darkness. The demons tremble at the sound of your name, for they remember their humiliating defeat when you drove them from paradise. Today I join my voice to this chorus of the faithful, acknowledging your supreme power and begging for your continued protection. Saint Michael the Archangel, defender of families and guardian of homes, I come before you today with a heart full of love for those I cherish most. You who understand the sacred bond that unites families in God's plan. I beg you to extend your powerful protection over every member of my household. Where there is division, bring unity. Where there is resentment, plant forgiveness. Where there is coldness, rekindle the flame of genuine love. I implore you especially for my children, Saint Michael, shelter them under your sacred mantle and guard them from all harm. Guide them along the path of righteousness and keep them far from bad influences and the temptations of this world. For those who have strayed from the faith or are lost on dangerous roads, I ask for your special intervention to bring them safely back. Protect my children from the countless dangers that threaten them daily. In school, on the streets, in their friendships and relationships, let your angels surround them like an invisible army. Keep them safe from accidents, violence, addictions, and all the snares the enemy sets for young souls. Give them discernment to recognize evil disguised as good and strength to resist peer pressure. For my marriage, I cry out to you, Holy Advocate of sacred unions. Renew our love when it weakens, strengthen our bond when difficulties test it. May understanding, respect, and fidelity reign in our relationship. Saint Michael, make our home a sanctuary of peace where God's presence is felt in every room, and may every family member experience the healing we so desperately need. Saint Michael the Archangel, mighty healer, through your powerful intercession, I come to you today with my body in pain and my soul wounded, trusting in your ability to bring God's healing grace into every corner of my suffering. You who stand in the presence of the divine physician, carry my afflictions before the throne of mercy and touch with your holy hand each diseased cell in my body. I beg you, for those who suffer from illnesses that medicine has declared incurable, for nothing is impossible for God, and nothing is beyond your powerful intercession. Like the woman in the gospel who touched the hem of Jesus' garment and was healed, I reach out today in faith to touch the mantle of your intercession, confident that the miracle will come. Powerful Saint Michael, I implore you especially for the healing of invisible wounds that bleed deep within my being. These scars of the soul caused by trauma, rejection, abuse, and disappointment have stolen my inner peace and joy of living. Heal my mind from negative thoughts that torment me. Free my heart from the grudges and bitterness that chain me to the past. Restore my damaged self-esteem and renew my confidence. Like Jesus calmed the storm with a word, calm the tempest in my mind that keeps me from experiencing the peace God promises his children. Command the sickness to leave my body as Jesus commanded demons to flee. Intercede for me that every treatment I receive may be blessed and effective, and that my body may respond with supernatural healing. Saint Michael the Archangel, You who command the heavenly treasures and stand guard over God's abundant provision. Today I come before you with a heart burdened by financial difficulties that overwhelm me. Debts accumulate, resources grow scarce, and economic insecurity knocks at my door each day. Teach me to maintain faith when bread seems insufficient and bills multiply beyond measure. On this blessed day, I beg you to intercede before our Lord for my economic situation. Open pathways where I see only closed doors. Multiply my resources as Jesus multiplied the loaves and fishes to feed the multitude. May new job opportunities come into my life, prosperous projects that bear fruit, and material blessings that allow me to live with dignity. Patron of impossible causes, make my honest effort be recognized and justly rewarded. Free me from debts that enslave me and loans that have become impossible chains to break. As in the gospel when Jesus freed his disciples from empty nets by filling them with fish, fill my nets with abundance and prosperity. Saint Michael, you know that financial stress destroys families and steals the joy from life. Break this cycle of scarcity and fear in my life. Replace anxiety with trust, desperation with hope, and poverty with the abundance that flows from God's generous heart. As the Israelites received manna from heaven during their wilderness journey, send provision for my wilderness experience and teach me that my ultimate security rests in God's unfailing promises. Blessed Saint Michael the Archangel, celestial shield against all evil, today I come to take refuge under your protective mantle. In a world where spiritual shadows lurk and negative energies attempt to infiltrate our lives, I need your powerful intercession as an impenetrable barrier. You who conquered hatred with righteousness, protect me from all envy, slander, witchcraft, and malice directed against me or my family. May your radiant light dispel every darkness that attempts to take hold of my home, my workplace, or my relationships. As the ancient Israelites were protected by the pillar of fire in the desert, let your spiritual presence be my protective pillar day and night. Distance me from toxic people who drain my energy and my faith with their constant negativity. Saint Michael, you who know the strategies of evil from having faced them in the cosmic battle, give me discernment to recognize spiritual traps and strength to resist every temptation. Let no evil counsel, no harmful influence, no dark force find room in my life. Though I walk through valleys of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil because you are with me. I call upon your warrior strength to break every curse, hex, or spiritual attack launched against my family. Let your flaming sword sever every chain of darkness. Defend me from the deceits of the devil and his demons who prowl seeking our destruction. You who cast Satan from heaven, cast him far from my life. Create a shield of light around me that repels every arrow of the evil one. Beloved Saint Michael the Archangel, in the midst of my supplications, I pause to lift my heart in profound gratitude for the countless favors you have already granted me. Like those 9 lepers who did not return to thank Jesus after being healed, I do not want to be ungrateful before your kindness. Every sunrise I have witnessed, every problem resolved, every tear dried, I recognize these as signs of your loving intercession. I thank you for that time when your miraculous hand intervened when doctors had lost all hope. For that moment when my family stood at the edge of the abyss and mysteriously we found the light. For that job that arrived when bills were piling up and hunger threatened our home. Thank you, Saint Michael, for being attentive to my cries even when my faith wavered. I remember the countless nights when fear kept me awake, and somehow peace came to calm my troubled spirit. I recall the accidents that almost happened but were mysteriously avoided, the dangers my children faced but were protected from. Now I understand these were not mere coincidences, but evidence of your vigilant protection watching over me and mine. On this special day, I want to be like that one leper who returned to thank Jesus, prostrating myself before your image with a heart overflowing with gratitude. I promise not to forget your favors and to tell of your wonders to all who need hope. My testimony will be the best offering I can give you, so that other afflicted hearts may find in you the same comfort I have experienced. Saint Michael the Archangel, in this solemn moment, I place my entire life in your sanctified hands that have wielded the sword of divine justice. Like Mary at the foot of the cross, who received into her arms the body of her Son, receive my sorrows, my dreams, my deepest longings. I consecrate to you my thoughts, my words, and my actions, that they may reflect holiness. I surrender myself totally to your care, trusting that you will know how to carry my petitions to the throne of the Most High. I no longer want to resolve anything by my own strength, for I recognize my powerlessness before the problems that overwhelm me. Like the centurion in the Gospel who confessed his unworthiness, I recognize that only your word before Jesus will be enough. Receive, Saint Michael, this total consecration of my being, my family, my material possessions, my projects, and my future. I place everything under your powerful patronage, reserving nothing for myself. Let this surrender I make today be the beginning of a new chapter in my life, marked by the serenity that comes only from knowing you have taken my cause into your mighty hands. I consecrate to you my marriage, my children, my work, my health, and my finances. No longer do I carry these burdens alone on my weak shoulders. From this moment forward, you carry them for me. Like a child who runs to a parent's arms when frightened, I run to your protection. You are now my defender, my advocate, my guide through every difficulty. Saint Michael the Archangel, before your sacred image, I want to seal today a covenant of fidelity and commitment. As the Israelites renewed their alliance with God at the foot of Mount Sinai, I renew my devotion to you with sincere promises that will bear fruit in virtue. I promise to cultivate the courage you demonstrated when you stood against Lucifer's rebellion. I commit myself to practice the obedience you showed to God's commands, following his will even when it contradicts my own desires. Just as you proclaimed who is like God when faced with pride and rebellion, I will remember that my purpose is to serve the Almighty. I promise to cultivate humility, recognizing that every good thing comes from God's grace. As gratitude for the favors received, I commit myself to spreading your devotion, telling others the marvels you have worked in my life and igniting hope in afflicted hearts. I will be your ambassador among the discouraged, showing through my testimony that for you there is no lost cause. When others face impossible situations, I will point them to your protection. I promise to pray to you daily, making your powerful prayer a regular part of my spiritual life. I will teach my children to call upon your name, passing down this devotion to future generations. Help me to faithfully keep these promises, so that my life may be a reflection of God's love and a living testimony to the transforming power of divine grace. Saint Michael the Archangel, now that my heart has exposed all its needs and my soul has renewed its commitment to you, I raise my final cry with all the intensity of my faith. In this culminating moment, I invoke all the celestial power that God has granted you as advocate of the impossible. As Moses lifted his arms so the sea would open before Israel, I lift my spirit toward you. I beg you, miraculous saint, that in this precise instant may descend from heaven the extraordinary graces I so desperately need. May the divine power that flowed through you when you cast Satan from paradise flow now toward my desperate situations. As that rose bloomed in winter as a sign of God's favor upon you, make unexpected solutions bloom in the winter of my problems. With tears in my eyes and my heart burning with faith, I cling to this final supplication like a shipwrecked person to their life raft. Do not permit that I depart from your presence without experiencing the miracle I so deeply long for. Take my lost cause between your blessed hands and transform it into victory. Touch with your miraculous finger every area of my life that needs restoration. I call upon the same power that defeated Lucifer to defeat every obstacle standing between me and my breakthrough. The same authority that cast rebellious angels into the abyss, cast my problems into the depths of God's mercy. Speak on my behalf, warrior of God. Fight this battle for me. Win this victory in my life, for your power is as great today as it was in the beginning. Glorious Saint Michael the Archangel, with profound faith and renewed hope, I seal this prayer trusting completely in your loving intercession. May all the requests, supplications, and promises I have placed at your feet be heard in heaven and produce abundant fruit in my life. Just as the Church venerates you as intercessor of impossible causes, I trust that you will make possible what seems unattainable to me. With my heart overflowing with hope and gratitude, I bid you farewell until our next encounter in prayer, knowing that you will watch over me in every moment. Amen. Dear brothers and sisters who have joined us in this special prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel, thank you for uniting your hearts and intentions to this sacred moment of faith and devotion. The power of Saint Michael is extraordinary, and we are certain that his intercession is already working miracles in your lives. If this prayer has touched your heart, we invite you to subscribe to our channel to receive daily prayers that will strengthen your faith and draw you closer to God through his saints. Do not forget to share this video with those loved ones who may be going through difficult times or facing situations that seem impossible. By sharing, you become instruments of divine grace, bringing hope and comfort to those who need it most. The blessings we receive, we must multiply, extending that network of faith and love that unites us as a community of believers. Remain in prayer and continue with us in the next prayer that will appear on your screen to keep nourishing your spirit and strengthening your devotion.